Hello everyone. Today I will continue work with my plan and word by word game, and I think I will make today only one point. It will be save and load the game state, so it should also contain all progress in level. So let's get started. The first thing I think we need to go to the global states, and currently we have three global states. It's levels, level block, players, and resources, which also has access to the global game state, which also has the levels data and just in a serializable format. So actually to save any states, we just need to create the backward method. So for example, I think we can go to the level block and on init level function, I have a from model which returns a live level block state. So I need to create the same method, but from the level live level block state to maybe to the model, or maybe let's think I can go to the level model. If I will create a method here, it will be not much convenient because we will mix UI state with the serializable models. So I think it would be better to create a method here in a level state, live level state, call it to to level model, and this method will return a level model. Also, I think it can just add all properties here. And what actually I need to do? I have an ID, so it's not a problem to pass it to the level model. Characters currently not presented in live level block state because they are in the players state, so I will need to extract them from the state. The current word is presented, so I can fill it here. The fuel storage is also presented here. Latest word is also here, and the words are here. So actually at the current time we'll only need to get access to the characters and players. And I think I have two options: or to make this variable optional and fill it later, or provide a player's state here and fill it from the state. Or a third option would be, what it would be, maybe it would be better if I will create a new method in global game state block where, for example, here I will call it getLevelModel, and it will be a private method. So I will get access from the IDTO to the level block, the IDTO players block. So, and we'll get live states here from both of them. So I think I can just write variables from live level state and do the same for the characters. Let's see. The characters require a character model, which requires a player character. So what it would be, player character, and the players to be current player ID and the players. Now we have a level model which filled from the live level state and players state. So we can call it anywhere in the global game block. So here, as we have access to all local states, maybe it's not the best way to save actually a game, but in current time it will be okay. But I think in the future it would be better if we not use global object to save all game, but use parts, some parts saved independently, just to not fill the whole object and have smaller updates. I think now we can do so we need to find out how often we need to save a game. Do we need to save when the game is running? Do we need to save only when a player in the pause menu, for example? And let's think. I think, at least for now, it would be okay if I just add save button to the pause menu. So when the player will go to the pause menu, it would have 3 buttons: pause, continue, and I think start new game. So let's create a new method here. It will be called save game event. Let's create a method. It will be handler for this event. We'll place it close to the get level model just to keep the same logic close, and we'll provide an event here as a first argument and a meter second argument. I will get I think I also need to create a second method here which will return a game model. So get will be called like get game model, and it will return game model. Let's fill all properties. So let's also obtain a live state of their global state, this state, and from this state we can get access to the current level ID. I think we also can change get level to the get current level because it's surely works with current states and not other states. So we can just fill properties required for game model from the state. I think the template levels, at least for now, will be the same. Daytime, last daytime, and there will be a catch, so let's not fill it. And players character, players collection. So I think we can just fill it as it is, because voice characters, because I think that any changes in the player or player character should be not written to the global state and the players, because actually he did not achieve it yet. So if he collected some score, it can be changed during the game, so we cannot just put players there. So I think at least. And let's work with levels. So we have a current ID. Let's save it to the new variable and call it current level ID. Let's create new variable levels and clone levels from the live state. It's important because we don't want to mutate live state at all, I think. And if we want to to mutate, then in any cases we should think not mutate it directly, but use emit, because in any cases levels are immutable. So let also fill the level here, and now we can call get current level model to write actually to the levels, because levels are, I guess, the model ID is an ID is a key, level model is a value, so we can just assign it right here, get updated levels here, and assign to the game model. So now we have completed game model and can access in the onSaveGame method. So model, I think also we will need something to actually save a game, so it will be some service and game persistence service. I think in the cases I will rename it in the future, maybe not, just write it at least for now like that. And so this service will have to save, or we will should have a save method. Save, I think, game, and with one argument, game model. So actually this also should be a asynchronous method, and I think that would be a structure of saving methods in global game block. So let's create an event. It will be immutable. and just to have just one constructor and no parameters at all. That would be enough. Let's see, now I need to call it from the editor, of course. Now we need to create a game persistence service. So let's go to the, I think we can go to the, so we have actually two options. We can create service in Core, so it would be a service which located in the game, or we can create it in the independent package and maybe just reuse it or test it independently from the game. So there will be no logic connected to the UI. I think to do better if we create the service independently. The service folder. Now I'll call it something like that. Persistence service. Export game persistence service. Actually create a game persistence service. Then I should also export services to the root, I think. Oops. So game persistence service should have a save game. Here and require the model. Also we certainly need to place it to the provider just to have access from the context in case if we will use or change to the interface or abstract class. It would be much easier to change everywhere and use some implementations. So let's create a service here. Or I think I have an idea. Or maybe the idea is maybe we can create the services collection and to access services collection from context. I don't know. Let's think. I think that will be a good idea, at least for now. So game services or services collection would be the same as similar, not the same. Okay, so static don't know, can we use const here? Systems. Let's create a unnamed constructor here and private constructor. This game persistence. Let's name version 1 as final variable. Let's import a game persistence service here to correctly spell it. Let's persistence. Yep, I made a mistake. So persistence, but persistent. How to code correctly? I don't know. I think I will just call it this, but maybe change the feature. So, save game, and we also will need method load game. Will return a game model, surely async and async here. What else? I think I'll provide a services collection here and be version 1. And now I can just go to the global states and services collection here. Go to the unsave. Yeah, and it will be much longer, but maybe it will be better. So I think the main reason because of creation services like collection is because it's completely static and should not be changed during runtime and should be created only once. So actually we don't need to watch or select or do any dispose method, init method here. So we can use just a static file. Let's also go to the, so the claim block is finished, I think. But let's go to the, oh, not finished. When we created a game model, I also updated the level here, and I think that would be nice if the same logic would update current level when the player will finish the current level. So to finish the level, player should call, I think, global game state to actually finish the level. So I think we can add on or save current level method here, or maybe it would be a handler. We'll accept save current level event with the emitter. And now what we can do, we can just we can actually get live state the same way as here. And update levels and emit them to the trailing state back. So let's create an updated state. And provides levels, update levels to the state and emit levels. Let's go to the events and create a new one, save current level. Let's go to the can global game block and create a new handler on save current level, save current level event. So now we have a separate handler and event. And we also can use that before saving the game. I think save game. Before to save game, make sure to save to add save current level event, and only then save actually a game. Save current level. When we save current level, we also can just, I think, reuse the logic. Save game to be async actually we can use just something like that and something like that, maybe. Let's see. I think there are some data state, game model. Okay, so get game model should accept live state parameters, so we can provide it from the function. And now we need to provide live state here, because when the emit will happen, it doesn't mean to that we actually save game. That if we call get live state here, we will obtain the updated state, because it will be completely uncontrolled. So it's actually a save game. And only if the live state would be is null, we should call get live state. So I think it would be better to name effective live, or maybe not effective, resolved live state. So now we have a logic to save current level. So actually I think we can save current level when the player click on pause, and also we can save current level during the game, and we can save game. We can use a save game method independently also. So but at least for now, I think we can just go to the pause screen state, and in the state override any state, and or maybe not override. Let's think. Router state. I think we can call global game block here. Code from text. And also create a method here. Save game. Maybe save level. I'm not sure. Just I will name it, because certainly I will block this feature other times. So just global add an event, and can now save event, and that's all. So also we need to create a pause screen and provide let's rename is continue visible to the is player in is player playing is level running. Save on save game. I think also we'll need to create some progress bar, but for now I will not do that. So let's actually create another service. It will be local data service, I think, and this service will save a game to the maybe database, local database, or anything. I don't know about implementation yet, but I know that any implementation would be changed. So in any cases, that should be just an interface, and we can just create another local data. I think shared preference data service, which will be implements local data service. So at least for now. Oh, hello. And I completely lost track of chat. Sorry. So first we need to add a method, I think, set map or map and set string. I will use already written library for it. So just go to the answer and preferences. Preferences. So let's see. I'll just copy actually this, and I will turn it to the class. That actually implements okay. I don't have shared preferences, so let's add to the spec file shared preferences. Now I have it, and let's wait until analyzer will work and import the shared preferences. That's okay. Now what we need to do, we need to create same methods that I already has in shared preferences service. So let's actually do this. Oh, get string. No, not set string. And not sure about bool, but let's just copy and copy and copy and copy and copy. That's all. Let's add comma with dot. Okay, now it should work. I think also I need to change this one to the test. Or maybe I don't need to change. Can ignore it. Let's also import convert. Let's see. Okay, now we have local database as an interface. We set get method, set string and get string, set get bool, and integer. Actually, there's just a wrapper above preferences, so there's very simple logic. We call shared preferences and set string. So that's all. But set. So let's use local data service in the game persistent service. How we do that? Actually, I think I've done this. No, but absolutely independent things. So let's just create self-closing function here. Return a service collection here. First create local data service. Let's create a variable for it. Let's import it. And now I think I need to provide it to the constructor. So I also need to provide it here and actually create shared preferences data service. Let's change it to the final. So we need to pass a local data service to the game persistence service. Sure. Let's do this. Local data service. Local data service. Let's import it. Now we have access to the local data service. We can use methods here. So okay, there's also one catch that we need to define keys for that, and I think we can use just static const variable key. Call it game safe. Oh, not a key. Persistence key, and this would be private. Just reuse it anywhere where it needed. So in the set map and get map. So let's just reuse it, and this would be a map. So it will be actually JSON map, and we can just call from JSON map here to get a game, and here we can call just to JSON to actually convert to the map. So I think game persistence service is finally finished, or not finished. Finished now. And what else? Actually, there's also one catch. When we get a map by the key, the JSON map can be also empty. So if the string will be empty, it will return an empty map, and that would mean that if JSON map is empty, we don't have any saves at all. So a load game should be nullable, because in this case, during initialization, we need to create a game and then save it to the state. So let's go to the global state initializer, and what we can do. First thing, let's get all dependencies game block services read services connection here. Now we can just get game persistence, load game, saved game. So this game is nullable. So if saved game is null, also let's just do that. If save game is null, or we can just create another method, and let's see. Load game model, I think. and that would be a sync function. Of course, it would return an init global game event in any cases. It should require the services only. So now we can call it game event load game services. Wait, of course, wait. Now, if game is not null, we can simply create or not create. Let's think for a moment. Can return here, return saved game here. So if the same game is not null, we return this saved game. If it is a null, we return just predefined game structure here. I think that's all. So this method will be called when the application started. Every time when the application started, it calls onLoad method. So let's actually test it, I think. Let's run a game. So, oops, start game, choose level, choose character, choose player, play. Let's add a word here, send, pause, save, and let's just restart a game. Okay, that's not how it should be, but let's just go to a global service and add a breakpoint here. Let's restart the game. So the saved game, we have the same game. We have levels. The key is empty. This is not good. This is not good. We somehow field ID is empty. This is not good. Current level is empty too. Okay. But still it is saved. It's a progress. Let's work with this progress. Let's go to the game block and see why this works not like it expected. Let's start new game, choose level, choose character, choose player, play. Okay, we don't need on level part. Where is it? Where is it? Here we are. Send the word, send, pause, save. Let's see. The current level somehow is empty. Yeah, it's a problem. That should be not empty at all. So let's fix this. Let's fix this. So let's go to the init global game level. I think when the game signed in this event to start a new game level, we should assign to the block a new current level ID, but it can be assigned only when all level parts are loaded. So actually here live state, upload live states, call JDTO, return, okay, verify level load. That's not good, let's just remove this method here, and if this is loaded, we need to just emit, where is it, updated state with copy width. Actually I think and get current level ID, but how we can do that? How? Okay, let's go to the DIDTO level block, get live state, because it should be already in live state, get ID, and this should work. So the updated level and updated state, let's get a type, updated state, and let's well, I think there is no point to just emit the state here at all, but we certainly need to update it here. So at the end we need to call emit in any cases if that level is loaded or not loaded, still should call it. Let's run a game, start level, choose character, choose player, play, write a word, send, go to pause, save, oh, go to the, here, save. So now we should have two levels, okay, a test level and the test level in the key. That's good. The current level ID is test level, that's also good. We also need to check the player's character, so we have two characters here. We have players collection. Let's check if the level has correct player, current player. So let's see, the current player ID is ending on the BB, and yes, that's the same player, so level I think is correct. The words I have one written word. It's a word actually. So I think it should emit correct state. So now what we can do, we can go to the, actually let's go to the problems filter with to do. Go to the pause screen, and here we have a context watch for all state, but in case if we already have current level ID, we also need to load that ID, so that should be loaded in the game block when the game is started. It should be right here. Where is it? Here. So if live game current level is not empty, game level is not empty, let's try and extract the current level ID, and then it should start the same game level, but that will not mean that we update the URL of the game. So we have two options here. One option is to just write here that some call to check if the current game block state has a current level, or we can actually not crash this logic and actually redirect to the level, I think. So when the init global game level is happening, where is it? So here we are. In this particular time, I think we can call the IDTO. Okay, we don't have. Let's add a router controller here. Router controller use read a router controller to level 90. I think to pause, or maybe not pause. Not sure. Okay, let's think for a moment. On init global game level can happen frequently, often, because player can choose several levels and go to them. So this method should be called several times at least, but in its global game will be called only once in the whole game existence. So actually after ignition global game level event, I think I can call it here, but I'm not sure about it at all. But let's also remove this. Let's filter to the errors. Let's close. Okay, let's close all errors here and test. Okay. We don't have any errors. Let's restart. And it crashed. Because I think we need to schedule why the errors are not working. Okay, go to the main, to the bootstrap, Flutter error, lookup server, change was unguarded. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's go to another project. And then set up this correctly. And see to do. So this is just log. Log. Flutter error. Error. Record Flutter layer. Where is it? Not here. See, it's here. So original error. Okay, it's this. Let's go to the main again. Unsort guarded. Run app. Analytics error. Let's comment this. Or maybe not comment. Let's just. I think I can do. Builder. But is a constructor here. Sync. App. What is sync? I think it can be not a sync at all. Just should return and wait. So where is the error here? Okay. Let's restart. I see. Let's go to the service provider. The service provider we called. Okay. So actually, the service provider will not have any access to the app router controller. So what can I do? But first, let's fix this problem with the disappearing of the errors because it's just annoying. Not to have any errors. So let's stop the app. Let's start the app. Yes, I know. That's okay. App is got fault. Notify. Why not? Not notify. Somewhere here is an error, but where? Let's add also widget binding here. We start. Okay, let's restore Bootstrap. And I think to copy this analytics service, place it to the services. I think I will use it as it is, at least for now, but certainly will modify it to not to, but to merge with app block observer analytics service. So let's go to the, let's create it here. Oh, Let's call it analytics service. Think let's place, not place, just export analytics service here to the main root, and let's create actually analytics service here. And then we'll use here to record the error. Let's do that here and see how I use it. Okay, let's go there. So runs are the card is running up to be a builder. Let's see. Still has no errors. Why? Let's see why we have no errors. It's okay. Okay, let me end this. Initializer on load. And I think I forgot to, maybe not forgot. That's strange. I think I'll just add it to the to-do and fix it in the future, because I think something went wrong with initialization, and this should be fixed. Fix game initialization. No errors currently. Or maybe I just filtered it. Not sure. No. It's dropping in an error. Okay, let's save it as it is. Now go to the game block. Let's think for a moment how we can handle this issue. So actually we only need to change the road only once when the game is initializing. How we can do that? I think can remove that game block. Of course. And then global game state initializer. Here we have a saved game. If the same game exists, I think if each game model current level is not we can risk to use a browser controller here, not like that, but like that. Let's create game level. And let's schedule it sometime after. Now it works. Now it works. So if we continue, we have the same level, so the level was saved, and now it's still running. Okay. So the basic save and load is completed, I think. Surely we also need to update how we can call a level. Do we need to start it from the template, or we need to continue? I think it could be added to change to do. Let's edit. Add an option to start level from I think fresh, and continue if you have a progress. So actually a saved game, saved level. I think so. Save and load game state now is created. So let's a new change log. Added ability to save and load game state. Now it loads the game during game into game start, and load game now it loads the game save during game start, and when player press button save in pause menu, it saves the game. So I think so. Actually, save and load the game. The basic functionality is completed. Let's see what else we have in our to-do list. So actually, let's experiment with the players. Another, or maybe I will just add my username. So a word. World. Oh, yeah, we need to also add score score limitation score and limitation to cut the word, the middle part should be dependent from the available score. So basically those two buttons should be available only if player has a score to cut the word, because every time you hit the decrease button it should make less your current score. So also I need to add, I think, and and game mechanics. So actually the end game should be when the fuel will be equal to the 0, because on 0 it will be the end of game. And of course, maybe when you decrease the board it should also have decrease from fuel, but I'm not sure about it because it surely needs to be tested. But those two mechanics can be added in any time. I think it can be added at the end of the game, and bugs and improvements. It can be just as the bugs improvement stage, just right before think, release a prototype game prototype. So what's next? Let's write what's next. Or maybe now, I'm not sure. But so basically, I think I will create I will work with those 3 points, so tasks, and my task will be create actually a player character that should exist during the game, create obstacles, and create a game camera, because now the stage of when actually I need to code with the flame. So let's just push changes to change log, and I think create player's character and ability to move. I think I will have 2 minutes break and will return to the stream. So again, thanks for watching this video. Subscribe if you like, and write what you think about the game or questions. Have a nice day. Bye.